twice, thrice. Okay, so as we discussed so far about the research report writing, all the different precautions, the mechanics, types of report we can create, etc., and so on. Now I'm going to discuss the live discussion of the how you can write the report for the project, because this is the most important discussion, since every one of you are going to carry out the either the micro project or mini project or the main project. For whatever you do create the project, see finally that will end up with the report. So based on under my guidance, some of your seniors was prepared the report, so I'm going to demonstrate that here. It helps you, it makes you understand how to prepare the reports, a project report. Okay. So if anybody, you can share the thing in the group, let them join for this session. Others, those who are absent now. Okay. So the research report should be very simple. It should be use the uh, statement in such a way that the normal user also will get great interest of reading your research report, and report look like a attractive wrappers, attractive diagrams, outlines, everything it should be there, right? So one simple report I am demonstrating here now. So concentrate. If any questions are there, you can ask me. So first I will start with the preliminary pages of the report. So the preliminary page, how it look like, whether it create an interest on you by looking into the what it is called as the border. Look into the border, how it look nicely look like, the content, how it is presented, how it is presented. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is very first page of the every project report. It is going to be submit for the university during the final year. So the person who has done the some work in the company, Mr. Ramu, his USN is specified under the guidance of internal guide and external guide, and where he has done the work. So Department of Master of Computer Application, BMS System of Technology and Management. It's a 2019 report, project report. This is the sample report. You can also look into the margins, how much margins it is left for the front page. You can observe right margin is little lesser than the left margin. You can observe. You can notice that keenly. You can look into that. So left margin is a little more compared to your right margin. Top margin and bottom margin usually it left for the 1 inches. And these are all preliminary page. First page is the front page of the information about the project, who are all the guide and where he has carried out the project, etc. The second page is the certificate page, which is the certificate page which is given to the students by the department as well as the college. Okay, this is the second page. It's called as certificate page. The so and so project in partial fulfillment of the requirement for the degree, which degree, Department of Master of Computer Application, so and so person, under the USN number, between the time, months, he has done some work. So these are the internal guide, signature of HOD and the principal he has to give. These are called as a preliminary pages of the report, which are the content preliminary project report, where he has carried out the report, certificate, declaration by the person who has done the project work, declaration by the student. This is also a preliminary page. It comes under the preliminary page. And the acknowledgement, you have to, if you are a project trainee or the student, you have to provide the acknowledgement. First, acknowledge to the express your gratitude to every person who has made possible to complete. So then the college and the management, then the principal, then the head of the department, then the external guide who has supported to carry out the project in their premises when you are working the project, then the internal guide, then the department, other professors, non-teaching staff members, then parents, friends, etc. This is the acknowledgement page. Again, it is all comes under the preliminary pages. So then the next page is the, as you are aware that we are following the outcome based education, that is NBA accredited institution. So it's a requirement of that. We need to put our department, the college vision, department vision, how it is neatly aligned here. So how it is given here. See how so neatly aligned vision, program educational PEOs are written here, and the department program outcomes, the entire MCA program outcomes is described from PO1 to PO12, and the course outcomes also it is described, and course outcomes also it is described. Okay, where I left off. Yes, these are all comes under the preliminary pages of course outcome of the project work. Then the abstract. Usually, the abstract, the number should not be mentioned for the abstract. It's just an abstract page. How it is neatly aligned, fully justified. You can look 1.5 line space is left between the line to line, and first paragraph to second paragraph there is a 2 line space. Usually we are maintaining the Times New Romans font style, and the size for the main title is all capital case with the 16 font, and the running text is the Times New Roman 12 font size. Okay, you just observe the line space between one line to another line is 1.5 line space is left, and between para to para it's a 2 line space, and from one chapter to another chapter you left for a page. So abstract is again, it comes under the preliminary pages. And table of content, how it is well organized here, you can notice that abstract is a list of figures which is used as a second, list of tables which is as a third page number, introduction. So how it is aligned? So a main chapter is aligned one introduction. The subtitles is used as one represent first, main section represent one, subsection is 1.1 is the project description which is there in the page number 1.2 is the modules in the application profile, etc., and so on, which comes under the introduction. And literature survey, second chapter, again it is begin with the new page, page number 6, as according to this project. The subsection 2.1, 2.2, etc. If any are there as existing system, if anything subtitles are there, 2.1.1 it will mention as a another subtitle. Similarly, the software, third software requirement specification, system design. This is the index table of content. Again, it is comes under the preliminary pages. And you can also notice that after the implementation, there is software testing and conclusion, future enhancement. There are called as appendixes, means additional material or information which has given for the reader to understand them about the project work being carried out by the student or the researcher. Okay, so these are all called a list of figures. So all the figures, figure number it is mentioned, figure number 4.1 architecture design, which is there with the 12. Suppose if any these many number of figures are used in the report, list of figure needs to be maintained. Then so example I will tell you, for example 4.1 architectural design. If you go with that 4.1 architectural design, so are you able to see 4.1 is the architecture? What is the page number of the 4.1 architecture design? 12, page number 12. If you look, the index page 4.1 is the figure number, architecture design, the page number is 12. Similarly, if you go for activity diagram of admin 24, 5.4.2, just go to 5.4.2. Yes, it's a 5.4.2 figure. How it is neatly mentioned here, caption figure 5.4.2. The number represent that this figure present in the 5th chapter under the 4th subsection under the subheadings of second. So activity diagram of admin. Got it? Similarly, all the list what you made prepared, list of figures needs to be prepared as a preliminary page. Then similarly, any tables are there existing list of tables you need to mention explicitly. For example, in 7.1 test cases for admin login page, that is 41, page number 41. If you go with the page number 41, the table which is mentioned here, page number 41. You can observe 41. Yeah. Right. Is it clear? So wherever you use the table test cases, list of table need to be mentioned as a preliminary pages. So this is about the preliminary page of the project report. Now, so main content, how it is flowed, it start beginning from introduction chapter. So you can observe, so header shows the about the project title, and the number shows the page number of the project, and bottom of the page it will show it belongs to the BMSIT and Department of MCA. Which year the student is carried out the project is 1819. So header and footer in every pages it will display the page number as well as the these information. And introduction, in that introduction first about the project description, that is the introduction about the project objectives, motivation behind to carry out the research, etc. and so on. So all those description it happens here. You can observe here about the project, which are the content will be there, all those explained here. Okay, this is the one sample report. You can notice that every figure has the figure caption below the bottom of the figure. You need to put the caption and central aligned with respect to the figure with the short description about what that figure is going to tell you. Okay, is it clear? This is a live example of the report writing with respect to the project. Similarly, the research report. See, a future announcement. After that, some bibliography appendix is mentioned here. These are all citation references. See here, you need to refer like this. Instead of providing www.quora.com, if you provide that itself, it is no useful. It is not a proper way of representation. Here it is given what is the difference between cookie cache and session. So the student who has referred that URL reference, he has put as a complete URL reference of that content. Some of the thing he has given, it is a wrong given of this one stackoverflow.com. What he has referred and all, it is not giving a clarity what the Stack Overflow in that what he has referred. So this is wrong way of representing. It's a mistake he has done. So you need to be very careful. That is precautions of report writing. What I am going to discuss now, it helps you to correct yourself how to what is the where and all you are doing the mistake, that how you can overcome them while writing the report. So user manual is given as a additional material for the reader who is reading this project report. So how to install the software, which are the configuration you have to make, and how you can use that software to execute. In addition to that, appendix is some question and answer. He has to answer for that. How much it is relevant to these questions are based on the program outcomes which is given in the preliminary pages. Then the PO attainment, whether the student has attained the proper program outcomes, it is well led by the Department of MC. So all these things, which PO attend, what is the rating, etc., student has to give during the submission of the project report. Okay, this is the live illustration of how you can write the neat and attractive project reports. Is it clear? Any question is there?
No, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Fine. So this is the last topic of our discussion, RM and IPR. So precautions for writing the research report. Which are the precautions you need to be take care? So a good research report is one which does this task efficiently and effectively. So research report is nothing but it is a channel of communicating the research findings to the readers of the report. This is the one channel. The another channel is oral presentation. What we discussed yesterday. The oral presentation is another channel of representing the content of research finding to the end users. Right? A good research report is the one which does this task efficiently and effectively. If you are not writing the proper research paper, it may fail to make understand the readers of your report. So that's why you must be very precautious about to write your research report. So which are the precaution you need to take care? First, the length of the report. So many a times report is not, especially research related. I'm talking business related, 1 or 2 pages. Financial maybe one single page. Because summarized report they will present. But usually research studies or the project reports, usually it will take around 60 pages to 200 pages also, depending on the length of the findings of your research and the deep explanation about the research work. So the length it depends. Again, you would require to adhere the guidelines given by the institution as well as the university. Based on their requirement, you can stretch up the length of the report as well as you can contract your the report. Again, you need to be follow the guidelines. One should keep in view the fact that it should be long enough to cover the subject, but short enough to maintain interest. This is very important statement it has given. The report should be a lengthier enough, but it should not disturb the reader's interest. Readers has to get the interest by reading the report. Connectivity you require to be maintained between the chapter to chapter. So if you miss the connectivity, obviously the reader is going to disconnect in reading your research report. Okay. So report writing should not be a means to learning more and more about less and less. It is not learning more and more. Keep on learning. So content implementation is less. So such you should not do that one. Okay, deep learning is required here. Then, so the second precaution needs to be take care is if a research report should not, if this can be avoided, be dull. It should be such as to sustain readers' interest. So after showing you this page, probably you might get the interest of it reading because it is looking like nice content representation, colored features are present, and if it may get a reader's interest also, it may enhance the reader's interest to reading this content, right? So try to avoid the dull sheets of uses of the papers and all. Then the third precaution needs to be take care about the abstract terminology and technical jargon should be avoided. As I already discussed about this one during the class hours, don't use it seems, there may be, unlike. These are all the jargon statements. It won't give the confident about the research. So a researcher, if he is not confident enough, probably he is trying to tell about his statements in these forms. So try to avoid these kind of words or expressions. Right, the report should be able to convey the matter as simply as possible. In the preliminary introduction part, non-technical explanation is required. In the results and analysis page, technical in detail explanation are required. So the report should be written in an objective style in simple language, avoiding expressions such as it seems, there may be, and like. So try to avoid these kind of statements. The fourth precaution is that readers are often interested in acquiring a quick knowledge of the main findings, and as such, the report must provide a ready availability of the finding. So that's why when you describe about the describe in the introduction part, finding and recommended readings, findings and recommended reading section, if you provide the statements in simple language, simple statements about your entire research process, then reader will get understand what was your objective of the research content. Okay, so if it requires, you can make use of charts, graphs, and statistical tables also. Then the fifth precaution the researcher has to take is layout of the report. Layout of the report should be well thought out and must be appropriate and in accordance with the objective of the research problem. So layout of the report should be well thought. So well in advance, keep in mind that which layout is suitable for your research. If you are doing experimental research, which layout is good for presenting content? Either thesis report, which layout is good for? If it is a seminar report, which is the report format? So etc. and so forth. Some predefined layouts or templates are available. Based on that, your research findings and the interaction, you can choose them. This is the fifth precaution you need to taken. And the sixth precaution is avoid the grammatical mistakes, spelling errors in the statements. If you are introducing the spelling errors, the meaning, because it's an English, many a times one word has a multiple meaning. If you are not using proper grammar introduction of the statement, if you, instead of using is, if you using will be means all the work will be carrying, it represents a future tense. If you are using will be always, everything will happen in future. What you have done, the question will arise to the researcher, right? So you must be very careful while forming the statements and sentences about your research findings, right? If as if it is possible to use and cross references then and then, you can make use of the footnotes and if any quotations, if you want to highlight a particular statement or the to attract the reader, you can make use of the quotation marks, yeah, proper punctuations and use of anywhere abbreviations. If it is required to make use of them in your report, you can try to include them in the running text, right? This is another caution. And the seventh caution of writing research report are logical analysis is important. By creating a popular reports, if you miss out the logical thing, the connectivity between the chapter to chapter, again it will end up with the bad report. So that's why you should be very much careful enough while writing the chapter to chapter. When you are shifting from one chapter to another chapter, there should be a connectivity between chapter to chapter. So logical connectivity is not by just numbering connectivity, logical connectivity about the subject matter which you are going to write for your research findings. So many a times the researcher will do the mistake. This mistake should be avoided in writing the research report. Okay. And the next precaution the researcher has to take care of originality and should necessarily be an attempt to solve some intellectual problem. It must contribute to the solution of a problem and must add to store of knowledge. So whatever your report is, suppose you are submitted a seminar report, we are evaluating. If it is a good report, definitely we will show your report to higher ups to get appreciation to the student. So if you are not submitting ugly report or not good for the reading also, if you submit, it will be thrown, obviously it will be thrown through the dustbin. No use of submitting such kind of the reports. Okay, this is the learning, because whatever you submitted, it is acceptable. It's a learning, because a newbie we are accepting. If already you are a professional enough, if you are submitting such kind of reports, that kind of report will be rejectable. that kind of report will not gain any marks for you and will not get recognition from that reports, right? Try to design, create the project report or research report which will adds a value to you as well as the institution, okay, and also value to the knowledge of ocean. And the next precaution, end of the report, during the time of end of the report, if any policies related to the problem under consideration, you need to be specified at the end as an appendixes. It is usually considered desirable if the report makes a forecast of the probable future of the subject concerned and indicates the kinds of research still needs to be done in that particular. That is, you need to be at the end of the report. You need to be mention about the future enhancement if it is possible by extending your work. You need to exclusively mention. From that, it will help the next reader who wants to take up their research in your interest, in your research interest. They will take up your research and they will continue their research based on your input. That's that future enhancement kind of thing. You can include that in the end of the report. Exclusively specify whether the research is needed or not for further work. So it helps the other readers, instead of spending a lot of time on just collecting the literature survey, they can avoid by referring your statement. So every statement what you are going to use in the research, it's a valuable for the new researchers. And the next appendices should be enlisted in respect of all the technical data in the report. Any appendices, if you are referring like, yeah, just now I illustrated here, right? In our project report, it is appendix is illustrated, bibliography, then manual. So manual, any additional material with respect to the science assessment, user manuals, or any suppose any some definitions which may relevant to your project work, it can be easily accessible by referring the research report. You can put all such kind of the appendices content technical data in the report. If you made any questionnaires, survey questions, you can enlist in the appendices. If you made any third party services, if you made use of any third party survey, you can give the third party reference in that appendices list, etc. and so on. Okay. And the next precaution is bibliography of sources consulted is must for a good report and must necessarily be bibliography references, either textbook reference or the web reference or any article reference or any magazines reference or any newspaper reference or any public and private references. If you were making use of them in your research progress, then it is necessary to include them in the bibliography. And the next index is also be considered as a part of good research by providing the index usually indexing which happens with the help of the keywords. So you are identifying some of the keywords from your entire research process. You are listing them as a indexed, and if you are referring the page numbers of those keywords, then the reader can easily locate and navigate to that particular page or paragraph of their interest of reading. So it helps for them. So you can include the indexes also. And finally, you should be very confident enough in preparing the report by giving the attractiveness in the appearance of the report. It should be neat and clean, whether typed or printed. So whether you are typing the report or you are creating the scanning or creating the printed report, so ultimately the report should look like, and it should be attractive. If you are using the attractive wrappers, again the wrappers, it depends on the university guidelines. Usually the university VTU itself tells you to make use of light green page. Light green wrappers is recommended, so you can make use of that for your wrapping content of your project report. And the finally a few more precautions need to be taken care. Calculated confidence limits must be mentioned, and the various constraints experienced in conducting a research study may also be stated in the report. In the appendix part, suppose if any statistical analysis if you made, for example, if you are finding a confidence of your research results, yeah, so but you are not mentioned in the running text, but it is helpful to the reader. You know how you are going to get that result. The intermediate, we can say it as an intermediary step. So in the intermediate, suppose if you are going with binary search algorithm, when you are providing set of the numbers, you are providing the search key. So the ultimately you are going to get whether the number is present in that set of the list or not. That is the output you know how to get. But intermediate step is there, right? Comparing one number with another number, all those things. Usually you are not descripting under the intermediate in the intermediary step. So in that case, you can explain those intermediate step in the appendix part, and also if any algorithms are there, you can mention exclusively in the appendix part. So it helps the reader to understand thoroughly about the your research findings. Okay, and the objective of the study, always keep in mind that whatever you do, you need to be adhere with your objective which set in the beginning of your research, and the nature of the problem, whether it is an analytical research or an experimental research, or it is a qualitative research or a quantitative research, or whether it is an explorative research, etc. and so on. Variety of researches are there. So whether which nature of the problem you identified and set an objective, always you need to be align your objectives. So the methods employed and the analysis techniques adopted must be all be clearly stated in the beginning of the report in the form of introduction. So this is very important. The last precaution, objective of the study, what you made, and set the goal, methodology followed, analysis you made, inference you drawn, results discussion you made. All those things are in line with your aim and objectives which you set in the beginning of your research. You should be very careful in writing the report. So doing the experimentation or research is very simple, but reporting what you've done, your reporting is most very important. The reporting is a you can you it's simply you cannot write as you like. So because from the experience only you are going to get, you are going to become a master in report writing only by experience, not just by understanding the knowledge. Okay, this concludes our research report writing discussion. If any questions are there, if any doubts are there, and if any clarifications, if you want, I can give now or later. So you can ask any questions. Thank you all for patience listening. Entire course you are listen. I hope I made you understand very clear about the research methodology course. Right. Any comments, feedback, oral feedbacks you can give.
All good, sir.
If any comments also you can give here, positive, negative, or any improvements or suggestions. So one more topic is left out as of now. Sampling design. Probably I will engage tomorrow. I will complete that sampling design by tomorrow. If you are free in that today afternoon, so I will engage today afternoon. Otherwise, I will engage tomorrow. What do you want? Today afternoon or tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, right? So as of now, I am not aware whether the class is online or offline tomorrow. I think you have lab right tomorrow.